Hey guys, this is Frank Iglesias, CEO of Santo Blockchain Labs, coming at you again for episode number 8. Yes, what a week. What a week Cardano has had. It's just been parabolic like a hockey stick. Boom. Okay. That's what happens with great planning, great software. They've been at it since 2015-16. When Charles left Ethereum to start Cardano and his vision of Cardano, and things are coming into place. That's one of the main reasons that we are focusing and all in on the Cardano platform. We're evaluating right now a lot of our previous projects like DNATags, like Scully's, like what we want to do with the art, what we want to do with OTC tokens, and turn that into a Cardano platform on their environment for many reasons that we'll get into. So we're going to start this episode number 8. It's going to be a lot about DNATags. There are a couple of shareholder questions. I'm just going to push them to the next episode 9. I will answer those people privately. They could share, but we'll leave it for episode 9. As of yet, I have not. I repeat, I have not heard anything from the OTC markets. I will be giving them a call today, and hopefully by the time I finish editing this video, towards the end, I will have an update, or I will give you an update regardless if it's yes or not yet, or where the status is on it, okay? So let's get into DNATags, the marketing with the guys at DNAbrands, okay? So let's roll it. Hey guys, back at you here. So we could start talking a little bit today about DNATags and a little bit of the mechanics of DNATags. So to better understand how DNATags works, we need to understand the difference between a fungible token and a non-fungible token, or also known as an NFT. Okay, so a fungible token is similar to a $1 bill. Your $1 bill, my $1 bill, Mary's $1 bill, Juan's $1 bill, they're all the same value. They may have a little different serial number. Mine may be a little bit torn. Your may be a little bit new. Mary's probably has a later date. But at the end of the day, the value of that $1 is $1. So that is considered fungible. In the non-fungible world, we have items like baseball cards, so collectibles. They all have a unique intrinsic value. We done that with DNATags. So each DNAtag, each QR code, it is unique. It is a non-fungible, an NFC 721 non-fungible token that cannot be duplicated, that's sitting on the blockchain. So to understand a little bit better how we work, it's important to understand the difference between fungible and non-fungible. There's a lot of articles out on the internet to understand the difference of fungible and non-fungible. But the simplest way to understand a non-fungible token is keep in mind like a collectible. So a collectible is all unique, and they're all different, and they all have different values. So our DNATags are written in a smart contract in the Ethereum blockchain, and we had a press release a couple of days ago telling everybody how we're going to start migrating out of the Ethereum network and into the Cardano network. And I'll be explaining the reasons behind that and showing why we want to do that. So, but first of all, we need to understand fungible versus non-fungible. So DNATags, each tag is a NFT, a non-fungible token. It is unique to the blockchain. It cannot be duplicated. It cannot be rewritten. It cannot be copied. Hey guys, so now that we talked about the difference between a fungible token and a non-fungible token and how it relates to DNA tags. Let's talk about the press release of us converting our DNS Ethereum ERC-721 smart contract for each DNA tags into the Cardano network. So here I loaded CryptoKitties. CryptoKitties were the designers and the guys behind, the brains behind the whole ERC-721 non-fungible tokens. And they have these great collectibles. They've done very well with these collectibles. I own a series of their collectibles. So you see here my name. Okay. So I brought up one of my collectibles as a non-fungible token. And this is an example, and we'll tie it together with DNA tags of why we are moving to Cardano. So in this token here, let's say I want to sell it. Okay, so that's a transaction. So there is a fee to ride on the Ethereum highway, let's call it, the blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain. So that's a highway. There is a price to pay. So every time we create a smart contract, we have to pay a fee to generate that smart contract. It's not like it happens free. And as we generate these individuals' unique NFTs using unique tags, DNA tags, there is a price that we have to pay for each tag to be created on the Ethereum network. So let's say in this example here, Daniela Gubsocks, okay, she's one of my collectibles. She has the little mustache like I do. So let's say I want to sell. So I go here to sell, and I could put in the entering price. This price here is in Ether. So 1 penny, one Ether right now is $1,700. So 0.01 is $17. So let's say I want to sell this for $17, ending price being 0.005, which is about 8 cents and a half, okay? And duration 2 days. Okay, so I click done here. And then what you'll notice is that my MetaMask opens. Now, to be able to do transactions on the internet, on your web, with Ethereum, you must load MetaMask, which is a Web3 application. So this basically is the interface between the Ethereum network and what other crypto or entity that wants to interact with Ethereum. So in this case, it's CryptoKitties, like it says here. Okay. So for me to be able to put this item for sale, I have to pay a gas fee. And that gas fee is $40. So for me to sell or to put on the auction a collectible for $17, I got to pay $40. Absurd. Okay. Yes, I could go into it right now. I could hit reject. I don't have any Ethereum here in this in this MetaMask account here, but I could go in here and I could edit the price, right? And I could say, okay, I want it slower, right? So it's still $37. Okay, so let's say, okay, I'm going to go to advanced, and you know, that's crazy. I'm going to bring this down to 12.5, right? Okay, so at 12.5, we're looking now at $5. So we would have to sit here and play with this. Let me see if I do 4.5. So 4.5 gas, it's 1.73 cents of a dollar. So that's still, what, 10% of the selling price? So, and you could see how this is not ready for, let's call it the masses. I know how to navigate this world, and I understand the gas fees, and I understand
what I need to do to have a lower transaction fee. But still, paying that $1 for me to try to sell something for $17, which doesn't guarantee that I'm going to sell it, that's a transaction. So I have to pay $1.73 for that transaction. Since I put it so low, the speed of that transaction, because now the miners come into play. You know, we talked about proof of work and proof of stake. So in the Ethereum network is proof of work, just like Bitcoin. So the miners, you know, they're not going to fight to get this transaction. They want the big transactions. They want the transactions where people are not changing the fee. So this gets pushed and thrown into blocks that start accumulating for then a miner to say, oh, yeah, I'm interested in that block. Let me grab it. So this transaction, this transaction could easily take anywhere from 6 to 24 hours. So understanding this, we start getting an understanding of the importance of why we need to move DNA tags out of the Ethereum network and put it into the Cardano network. So we avoid these types of fees. Will there be fees in the Cardano network? Of course there'll be fees, but not like this. Part of it has to do with the reason of how Cardano is built, that every token rides on top of the Cardano ADA coin and on top of the network. So they're not like in the Ethereum that they're all different and then they have to come back and talk to the native ones. So in the Cardano network, the NFTs that we create with DNA tags will be native to the ADA, to the Cardano coin and on the Cardano network. So saving us thousands of dollars in transaction fees and the speed of the transaction speed. So when every time somebody scans, when everybody tries to redeem one of our DNA tags, DNA rewards, when they try to redeem them, this is all behind the scenes. They don't have to have MetaMask loaded and try to say, oh my God, the gas fees are so high right now because Ethereum is at $1,700. So in a nutshell, that's one of the main reasons why we're going to be moving DNA tags into the Cardano network. So want to leave it at this with the technical stuff. I don't want to just bombard because then it gets boring and everybody gets sleepy. So we're going to cut it off right here in the tech stuff. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the meeting I had with the marketing guys at DNAbrands and what we're going to start preparing, what they're going to start preparing for the roadmap and the things to come. So I'll get back to you in a second. Hey guys, I'm back here again. Had a great meeting with Adrian from DNAbrands and their marketing department on the roadmap to bring in DNA tags and DNA rewards into the spotlight. So one of the first things that we're going to be helping DNAbrands is in a web design for DNAbrands itself. And then underneath that, we'll be having DNA tags and we'll be having DNAbrands. So there is a whole view of marketing strategies that their department is going through: the color, the feel, the look, a new logo. It's simple things as font types, how different fonts interact with each other, how they look on a mobile app. We've been talking about SAS, software as a service, especially with what we're going to implement with DNA rewards, which is a reward-based coupon of DNA tags that once you scan a DNA tag for authentication, you'll be able to earn rewards depending on the product, and they'll be working with certain manufacturers to be giving these rewards to the consumers. So all this has to have a look, a feel, something that's clean, crisp, colors that are appealing to the eye. There's also, for what they were telling me, there is psychology, behind color schemes, color coordination, fonts, and the guys are developing all this. We're going to help them in the deployment and the web design, putting that together. So in the weeks to come, you will start seeing a new website for DNAbrands. You'll start seeing the DNA website, DNATags under DNAbrands, and you'll start seeing the new rollout of the DNA rewards. They are looking into talking to certain people, certain companies. So right now, I don't want to give too much out because everything's in the initial stage. But let's say there's a company out there that people use their software to buy certain things. I mean, we all go to pharmacies and we all, not all, but some people, I take medication, so I have a thyroid issue. So when I go to CVS, there's an app I use at CVS, and that app gives me certain discounts and certain rewards. So now imagine that app interfacing with DNATags, authenticating a product, and not only authenticating that product at the pharmacy, being able to accumulate DNA rewards, which can then be transferable to other reward-based applications, or it could be converted into a native DNA reward token that can then be converted into Cardano, into ADA. So there's a lot of things that's going to be happening, very exciting in the weeks and months to come as we start rolling this out in a proper way. So that is one of the huge advantages with this partnership with DNAbrands, with Adrian and his group. They bring that whole marketing arm, that whole sales department to DNATags, which is something I never had. And these guys have it, and I'm super stoked to be entrenched with them. And we're going to see a lot of neat stuff as the weeks come in. So hopefully by episode 9, we'll have some frameworks, maybe a new logo, new design, as we start putting these things up and as they start talking to certain people that they're talking to implement and integrate our DNATags system into an existing system right now and be an add-on to that system. So as of yet, I have not heard from OTC markets. I promised everybody at the beginning, as I was finishing up these videos, that I was going to let you know I did not hear anything. I will be reaching and giving them a call today. So by the time this PR goes out of this video and you're watching this video, it's going to be already 9 o'clock Thursday, Eastern Standard Time. So I would be calling the guys at OTC Market, and hopefully I could get some information. And if I do, I'll tweet it immediately. I'm not shy about tweeting, so I'll tweet it immediately and shout it out to everybody. So thank you again. Thank you for this lengthy, I think we're up 15, 16 minutes. No matter how much I try to make the 5 minutes, I see that's not going to happen. So thank you very much, and see you guys next week.